What's up, gamers? Today we're gonna rate every single legendary skin. The only rules are we're not gonna rate color variations, and we're not gonna rate both Red King Frank and Blue King Frank. We're only gonna rate one of them. So let's get into the video. And yes, this is Knowles. The first skin we're gonna rate is Antivirus 8-bit. I don't like the color, though the skin is cool looking, but it's recolored. It's always worse than the original. Now, the shoots are okay. It's okay, the color, and I like the KO when you kill him. The KO, yes, that's cool. So I'll give this brawler a half. Because it's a recolor, it's obviously worse than the normal one, and I have to give it B tier. The normal one is much better. Now the next skin is Virus 8-bit. It is such a better looking skin. It's so clean, it's nice, it's mwah. I love it. Now the only thing I don't like is because we first tested the recolor, it's the same. I think they should have added something else, but it's such a nicer looking skin. I have to give it more than B tier. A tier at the minimum. So I'm thinking to give it A tier. A tier. It's a nice tier, better than the B tier because it's the original, not the recolor. The next skin we're gonna rate is gonna be Mecha Bow. I don't like this skin personally. It doesn't have a good color, and how do I explain it? It's just a bad skin in my opinion. But you like what you like. So the grenades you shoot, I think projectiles or grenades. I'm not sure very much. Okay, that screen is also okay, though I don't get the grenades. You know, the ultra. It's weird. I don't get what's the concept of that. It's C tier. It's just a very bad skin and waste of your gems, guys. The next skin is gonna be Mecha Crow. I don't like Crow, and the skin is mid, but honestly, it's a very good skin. Like, in my opinion, it's mid, but I think it's a very good skin. The projectiles are great. Like, it's a good concept of the projectiles, like mecha. It's a great version. The death animation is also cool. The jump, also, it's very cool. I mean, it's the same, but yeah, it's jump. It's still a cool way to present that jump there. And the hypercharger, I don't know. I think it doesn't change anything. We have to check that. Yeah, it doesn't change absolutely anything. So the hypercharge is the same. With that in mind, I'm gonna give this skin a B tier or an A tier. I think it's A tier. A tier. The next skin is gonna be Phoenix Crow. Honestly, my favorite Crow skin. It's so good looking. I like the orange color. And honestly, it's a very worth the gem skin. One of the most used Crow skins. I like how it shoots. It's a great shooter. Like the feathers. The death screen is great, like the Phoenix, you know, the reference when Phoenix dies and then grows back. And the jump animation or the ultra, yeah, it's the same, pretty much. And we know the hypercharge doesn't change anything. I absolutely have to give this skin S tier. It's such a good skin. The next skin is Robo Dynamite, but I like to call him Fat Mike. Because, yeah, the skin is ugly. And I believe he has a bigger hitbox than normal Dynamite. I'm not sure about that fact. It may be me only. Now, he shoots hand as projectiles, which are cool. And the way he kills is like that screen. That's also cool. I don't like his ultra, on the other hand. Super. Yeah, it's kind of bad. And the hypercharge doesn't change anything. It's the same thing. Yeah. So, yeah, the skin is quite bad. I don't like it. I have to give it C tier. It can't be B nor D tier. Because it's like okay, but it's bad. The next skin is Mecha Edgar. And it's the best of the Edgar skins. But I don't like the tentacles. Like, it's a weird, but it's a cool design. But why the tentacles, though? But yeah. It's a cool Edgar design. And it has a nice color. While the way he shoots are his tentacles, like big ones, not the small ones. The death animation is also cool. And the jump, it leaves like this little launch pad, I think. That is cool very much. So I think it is a cool skin, so I'll give it A tier, but it could have been better. The next skin is gonna be Mecha Mortis, and I honestly like the design of the skin. I like the fidget spinner shuriken that has in his blade, and it's one of the better looking mecha skins. To be fair, I like the contrast. Now the attacks are okay. The dash isn't very nothing. The ultra we're gonna get that, but the death screen is very fast. You can't see it. The ultra it's cool, like energy blade I think. But yeah, so pretty much it's a very good skin in my opinion. So I'll give it easy S tier. I mean, is there any question in that, guys? The next skin is gonna be Tusk Nita. Now I don't like Nita's design honestly, cause it's bad looking. But I like Bruce. Bruce's design is very good. It's like one of the better Bruce designs, and Bruce is good. Now, the attack is a ball, which is honestly good, and the death animation is so good, my favorite. Now, Bruce is life, and Bruce has a very good concept and looks good, to be honest. And Hypercharged Bruce is actually a elephant Bruce, which is also good because I thought it's gonna be a normal Hypercharged Bruce. You know, like what Bruce normally looks like. Honestly, I would put her in like C or B tier, but because of the Hypercharged Bruce looking different, and because of a good death animation, she's A tier. Our next skin is gonna be Evil Queen Pam. Now, the skin itself is a little thick, like Pam, but I do love the dragon. Rawr. Dragon is cool. I like the design of the dragon and everything. Now, the projectiles, I think, are fires that the dragon shoots. I am maybe not correct, but I think. And I love the death animation, like the fire, like, yeah, you see, that's very cool in my opinion. So, yeah, it's one of the better skins, I think, for Legendary. I like the, diamonds with her ultra and her heart. So, she probably deserves A tier. I'm gonna give her A tier for a very good skin with the dragon. Rawr. Do we have a 2 even review, guys? Toon Spike is probably the best skin ever. It's no question, no brainer. He absolutely deserves S tier. That's it, okay? The next skin is gonna be Jocks 2, and one of the best skins ever. I like the tail that wiggles. I like his design, the model. It's so good. One of the perfect ones. Even the shoots, the death animations, is everything. So the death animation looks like someone ate, like the enemy. And the shoot looks like he drops 2 eyes. I think that's how it looks like. One of the best. How can you argue with that, man? And that deserves your 300 gems. And that is no brainer for me. It's S tier. So, yeah, that's S tier. The next skin is more forgotten, but it's Wukong Miku. And I don't know why people forget this skin. This is a Dragon Ball reference, I think. And it's such a cool skin. So, literally, the jumps are great. When someone dies, it leaves such a good to death attack. And everything is such a good skin. It makes it one of the better skins I've saw for like a anniversary gift. No, it's not, but you get it. A exclusive skin, one of the better ones ever. So, yeah. Why did people forget? Still, I'd put this skin in A tier. Not my favorite, but it's a very good one. The next skin is a Mecha Colt, and I don't like this skin, and I don't know the reason. It's just not a very pretty skin, a good skin in my opinion. I wouldn't buy it, though I know there are some Colt fans there that would do anything to get this skin. It has cool death animation and shooting, which is probably a bonus, and the ultra is great. Now, I don't know if the hypercharge is the same as the normal attack. I have to check that. Yeah, no, it's not. It's like normal hypercharge, it's just different. Now, I'd put him in C tier because of how he looks like. But because of his attacks and death animation, I'll put him in B tier. The next skin is my favorite skin. It's Virus Charlie. It's such a good skin. It has great contrast, looking good. The model is great. And I love how techno in her face. You see 00101. Now, the attack is great, but the gadget is different than the normal ones, which is rare. Usually, legendary skins do not have that. That animation is also super good, and the ultra is interesting. It's very interesting, because it says the 0001. The Hypercharge, on the other hand, like usually you see Colt's Hypercharge, and we saw someone else's Hypercharge, but only Nita's and Charlie's Hypercharge are different. You see how it has both the gadget and the Ultra here different. So that's great. This deserves S tier. It's the best 300 gem skin in my opinion. The next skin is gonna be Blue King Frank and Red King Frank. It's the same skin, just different. And it's a cool skin. Literally, Frank says, "I am the king," which is a great voice line. And it's a good looking skin, in my opinion. That is a good Clash Royale reference. Attacks are also Clash Royale reference. You have to check it if you're a true Clash Royale fan. Yeah, I think it's a good skin. It hasn't been yet released, but I would say it's worth all gems. But you cannot do the glitch with this skin. You know the glitch where you can like bait people. You can't do it. I'll put this skin in A tier because it's a good looking skin and everything, good reference, but you cannot do the glitch. That's bad in my opinion. And the last skins are Tor Bibi and Frost Queen Amber. Now, I don't have a tier list for them because I forgot to put it, but they're both S tier skins and one of the best skins. Frost Queen Amber, the best Amber skin, and Tor Bibi, the best Bibi skin. That's no question, and it's honestly a good skin.